Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Marie Holiday, and today is Sunday, November the 15th, 2020. And I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend, and getting ready for the work week. So, before we get started with today's lecture, I just want to remind all of my viewers and subscribers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit that notification button. My channel is absolutely nothing without my supporters, my viewers, my subscribers. Pass this information along. And so with that being said, let's get down to business. The focus of this topic is going to be thinking patterns part 4. Thinking patterns part 4. I encourage everyone to view my prior videos. I did uploads on thinking patterns part 1, thinking patterns part 2, and thinking patterns part 3. I'm going to introduce to the audience two specific types of thinking patterns. Seek pleasure first is number 1, and ownership stance is number 2. But before I get into describing exactly what I mean by seeking pleasure first and ownership stance, let me just review with the audience on what do I mean by thinking patterns. Well, first of all, thinking patterns are ways of thinking that say it is okay to violate others or their property. Thinking patterns can also be used to justify any high-risk choice a person makes. And when I say high-risk choice, that high-risk choice can be anything from excessive alcohol or drug use, gambling addiction, stealing, creating chaos at work, school, or in the neighborhood. That's what I mean by high-risk lifestyle. So that is the description of thinking patterns. That is the description of thinking patterns. Now I'm going to describe what I mean by seeking pleasure first and ownership stance. And I want to let everybody know that everybody on the planet use thinking patterns. Some people use thinking patterns more severe than others. And when I say seeking pleasure first, what that means is you seek pleasure of that high risk lifestyle. And that high risk lifestyle could be the alcohol use, the drug use, the gambling addiction, the hanging out at days at a time, the lies, the manipulation, irresponsibility, etc. You seek pleasure first for those things without the regard for serious physical, mental, legal consequences, or risking your livelihood, your family that can result from all of those high risk behaviors. So that is a good example of seeking pleasure first. Number 2, ownership stance. What I mean by ownership stance is since you will do whatever it takes to feed your high risk lifestyle, I don't care if it's the gambling, the alcohol use, the stealing, the manipulation, or shopping just to buy clothes to go to the club. So since you will do whatever it takes to feed your lifestyle, many people mistakenly believe that it's somehow okay for you to steal and to cheat others to get what you want in order to feed that high risk lifestyle, the alcohol, the drug use, the gambling, the clothes, the jewelry, expensive jewelry, cars, money to go shopping so you can go hang out at the club. So many people think that they can take from people and steal from others in order to feed their high risk lifestyle. And many professional people, you got professional thieves where they would steal and manipulate people out of their money and their possessions in order to feed their lavish lifestyle. And that is a good example of ownership stance. Ownership stance. So, like I said, we all use thinking patterns. Some people use thinking patterns more severe than others. Now I have introduced the audience to a total of nine different types of thinking patterns that everybody in the world use. You really need to view my prior videos so you can get more understanding about those 9 different types of thinking patterns. But I'm just going to briefly identify what those 9 different thinking patterns are. And when I say thinking patterns, that means those thought patterns, that those thoughts that are going on up here in your head. And now we know that there are 9 specific types of thinking patterns that drives the person to make certain decisions and behaviors. Number 1, self-pity stance. Number 2, good person stance. Number 3, unique person stance. Number 4, fear of exposure. Number 5, lack of time perspective. Number 6, selected effort. Number 7, use of deceit to control. And you see that use of deceit to control thinking patterns going on a lot in relationships. Number 8, seek pleasure first. And number 9, ownership stance. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that everybody in the world use thinking patterns. I strongly encourage you to check out my thinking pattern upload on part 1, part 2, part 3 to gain insight on those other 7 thinking patterns. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Pass this information along. My YouTube channel is nothing without my subscribers. You can pull me up on YouTube. My channel name is Marie Holiday, and let's keep this support and powerful information moving forward. So with that being said, y'all know how I like to end it. With that being said, I want to just remind everybody again, hit that notification, hit that subscribe button, simplify, and I will see you all again next time. Have a great day.